Hello friends, my name's Michelle and I call myself the Beauty Treasure Hunter. Today I'm going to attempt to have a more natural look. Do you think this looks more natural than I usually look? My husband said that he likes me with less makeup, so let's see if he notices that I tried today. So if you want to see the products that I used, I did use a skin tint that you really might like for summer because we're having a heck of a heat wave here in Kentucky. Phew! It was like 95 the other day with a heat index that felt more like 98, but with heavy, heavy humidity. Yeah, that's the thing about the Kentucky heat. It's not dry. It's like a sauna. So if you want to see how I got this look, just hang right with me. Okay, I just opened a fresh tube of Maneater. It occurred to me that I'd had that one for a while, so okay, now I'm going to try some Caliray, come hell or high water. This one's tubing. And finally, we've got some Thrive. So the question now becomes, can I, after looking at myself with my lash sectionals, can I look at this all day? I mean, it's okay, but I like my lash sectionals. And you see how much time this has taken me. So having the sectionals on really does save me time in the long run. Okay, here are my God Venus wispy lash sectionals. And no matter how hard I try, I cannot make my mascara look like this. So I'm going to do a little tight lining with my Hourglass 1.5 millimeter gel eyeliner. And I'm going to prime my eyelids today with this Cokie Cream Contour. I got mine at the salvage store, but you can get it on Amazon. I'm going to use this middle color right here. And it is the kind you kind of need to rub around on it to get it going. And then it gets nice and glossy. And that feels very nice. You can see the difference. I think I'll do just a tad underneath so that if I decide to use shadow as liner, I can and it will adhere better. Okay, when I got my D'Alba multi-balm, I also got a multi-balm by Lash, I guess. This is I got it on Amazon and it was way cheaper than the other, and I just wanted to see if you had to have the name brand or if a good knockoff was just as good. And I'll tell you that it feels just as good. Let that be sinking into my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and stain my lips. I got both of the Physicians Formula new lip and cheek stains. I'm gonna go with bronze tint and first to just show you. Let's see if there's much of a difference. And the other one is berry tint. Yeah, you can see one's more brown, one's more pinky or berry. And I think I'm gonna go with, the bronze one. This is very comfortable going on. And if you're very careful around the edges, it's almost like you don't need lip liner. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna try, I've not used before. This is part of my Amazon haul, and it was the Sky Eyeshadow by Padaya. I think that's how you say it. And this was just, it's number 11. I think it was advertised as creamy brown. That's what it looks like. Gonna see if this can be like a good almost one and done. Of course, I might have to put some sparkle on top, but I like this. It has a nice rosy color. It's not dry, easy to blend. It's similar to a moussey texture. Oops, I didn't mean to touch right there. But also a little glossy, so it's kind of in between a mousse and a balm, kind of. And I think what I'll do for liner today, I got a Revlon Glimmer eyeshadow stick, 101 Teeny Time. I guess it's supposed to look like the olives in a martini. Here's what it looks like. Kind of an olive with a little bit of shimmer. So I'm gonna go underneath with that. It's nice and creamy. I think I'm gonna do waterline also. And maybe take it out on the corner just a little bit. Clean it up with my wipe. Relax. Now I think I'll use one of my new Essence single shadows. This one is number 3 blusher Stardust. Just gonna, from where I put the green, I'm gonna start there and just go over and use my pinky for the inner corner. Gotta switch hands. And I don't think I'm gonna go higher today. I think that's good enough. And for my lower mascara, I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerates. The next time I change lashes, I'll have to try some more mascaras to show you what they're capable of on my blonde lashes. But there's only so much my eye area skin can handle in one session. Okay, so I've got my balm on. That has sunk in. It feels good. And I got this at Ross, this Bare Pro, and it was only $3.99. I really think it must have been mispriced. It is the 16-hour wear all over skin perfecting matte concealer. And this one is in light neutral. I think that says $2.55. I saw it and then I saw how much it was. And then I was like, there's no way that's a good color for me. And I looked, and it was. Gotta love it when that happens. All right, I have a couple of new brush sets to share with you. And the first one is by Jessup. And in it, there is a number 8 that is shaped like this with an angle. It's not exactly a kitten paw. It's a little bit skinnier. But I've been enjoying trying this out for concealer. And anytime I can find a brush set that is like super reasonable and it also has like numbers or names on the brushes where I can tell you what I'm using rather than just hold up and say, grab something that looks like this. Of course, you can always do that, but sometimes it's nice just to know the exact thing I'm talking about. Okay, so even though that is a matte concealer, since I put my balm underneath, that should be good. And I'm not going to set it down just yet. And today, I'm really trying to go for a more natural look, since my husband said that the other day, you know, about liking me with less makeup. So I'm going to use my Versed skin tint. It is the multi-serum skin tint SPF 40. Oh, which reminds me, I need to put on some SPF underneath this. I think I'm going to try this Isntree Onion New Pair sunscreen. I don't know why it's called Onion. SPF 40. It's a little bit purple. So we'll see if I have like a completely purple cast or if it's kind of watery purple. Yeah, I don't think it would do much in the way of color correcting because it's watery. It has a very pleasant scent, so I really like this. And my super sensitive skin, I think, is calming down a little bit. I also like by Isntree this hyaluronic acid daily sun gel. This one's an SPF of 30. I think they also have it in a 50, and I think that's what I ordered, but I got a 30. So, all right, so I've got that layer, and like this is a staple for me in the summer. A Studio Tone SPF 50. It's a bronzer slash sunscreen. Been using it a lot here lately. Hope y'all don't get tired of it, but I just love the color. And it's like I don't use enough of any one of these layers by itself to give me that sun protection. But by the time I layer all this up, I will have exactly what I need. Okay, now, I'm just going to use my fingers today with my skin tint. I didn't tell you what color this was, what shade. It is 5N. That's also the shade I like in the Versed concealer. And for a natural look, if I stay mainly in my T-zone and just kind of, you know, disperse it out from there, then you don't really see a line, or, you know, it doesn't look as heavy. All right, I'm looking pretty juicy. Feeling pretty juicy too, so I'll have to get this matte down somehow, matted down. Does anybody else take off lids and then forget where you put them? Oh, there it is. I do it all the time. Since I want this to look really natural, I'm going to use my Milani Supercharged cheek. It's called the Cheek and Lipstick, but this is in 160 bronze voltage. It's very glossy. It blends in like a dream. I use a number 47 in my View Art set. It's like a kitten paw. If I start using different brush sets, those will always be in the description. And I never go right in here because your chin shades you from the sun there. One of my Amazon Prime Day haul items was this palette by Focallure, and it is the number 10 Blush and Highlight palette. So I'm going to use a number 93 Fluffy from the View Art set. I'm going to go in with the blush very lightly. And I'll end up toning this down at the end with my setting and finishing powders. I'm going to set down my bronzer with my number 50. I've ordered some more of the View Art brushes that are sold, not in sets, but, you know, in twos or by themselves, because I love them so much. I want to try all the shapes, see if I have a different purpose for each specific shape. Okay, now in the new Jessup set, this one is the number 7. And to me, that's way too big to use on the eyes, but I think it makes a fabulous highlighter brush. So I'm gonna just dab. I love just a smidge of highlighter. I think if your wrinkles are sparkling a little bit, they just look better. I'm going to use my Kaida Pinky Focus powder just to set everything and fill in the pores. I like to use the little puff that comes with it, and I'm just going to press, not wiping, just pressing. I got into collecting makeup when I was searching for things for my pro kit, and one of the things that I really wanted was the Givenchy powder that everybody said was like the holy grail. And I thought that's what I was getting when I ordered from fragrancenet.com. Mine is number 4, but come to find out, this was not the original. So it is the kind that has a sheen, but that works really well for finishing powder because I do not like to look totally matte as a, as the last step. I do like to have a bit of sheen, just, so I don't look so dry. And I'm gonna use my Flower Beauty Puffy brush. And this has 4 colors. There's like a light peach, a dark peach, a lavender, and kind of a greeny mint. But if I put all those together, it occurred to me that I've been using my Melt finishing powder. I have some Halo Glow, and I don't like the Milani as well, even though it feels fantastic because it really makes me look super matte. And then I thought, wait a minute, I've got some of that newly formulated Givenchy that does have a sheen. I bet I would like that as a finishing powder, and I do. And now you can see that I've powdered that down, that I look way more natural than I did right after I put on my blush and bronzer. Okay, and I'm going to do a little bit of brows. I will just use my LA Colors brow kit in medium. And this is not from any particular set, but it's just an angled, really thin brush. I like to dip into my darker taupe and the charcoal. That just keeps any brown from looking too warm. I'm going to use my Super Lock by Maybelline in clear just to hold them down a little bit. It's like when I've got them good and trimmed, I don't need as stiff of a gel. If I've got any wild ones at the time, then I go with something stiffer like the Ardell Brow Glue. All right, now I need a little bit of gloss. And if you told me I could only have one kind of gloss for the rest of my life, I would take this e.l.f. lip oil. This one's in Crystal Baller. And I got some Hard Candy Glass Unlock setting spray. It was out of stock near me. Finally came back in stock. When I have really super long days though, I'm gonna need some help at some point in the day. I carry this in my purse. It has a little volcanic rock in it, and you can unscrew this and wash it. So I've already washed mine this morning because it was good and oily from yesterday. You just roll it everywhere and it soaks up your oil. Works like a charm. I also found this from Bare Minerals. It is their mineral veil. I'm going to carry this in my purse too. And you just push this down and touch up. It does make you look super matte though, so that's why I'm not going to use it right now because I do like my sheen. And keep that in my purse. And I've been thrilled here lately that the new L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Mist has been reformulated. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on too. I like to breathe out while I'm spraying and then wait. So this is my final look for the day. Today I get to go and pick out shingles. Doesn't that sound exciting? I'm curious as to what my husband will say. We'll see if this is a natural enough look for him or not. Now I've got on my green eyeliner, but I like it. So thank you for watching today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I'm moving right along to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. So thank you for your help. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And try to make somebody smile today. I hope you see me next time.